What's going on? It's Pierce from Vapor Alliance Review, and today we're going to be discussing the DNA30. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Start with the DNA30 mod, and this is a billet aluminum here with the DNA chip inside. Let's have the 510 connector. It is variable watt. What's nice about this is I have to put on an atomizer, but I'll show you real quick. Click the button. What's nice about this, I have it set on 18 right here. On the top you have your ohms, on the bottom you have your volts. Now you can only adjust your watts, but whenever you put your atomizer on, it will show you how many volts are going to that coil. So just like that, 4.3, like that. This is a 1 ohm coil on here. I'm using this is a Russian that I'm using. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So it's like having a fresh battery on there. This button here goes up, and if you hold it down, it ticks slowly and then speeds up. It goes all the way to 30, does not round robin. And then from here, you can see you're at 5.5 volts. So that's almost like having two batteries in there. Your coil is going to heat up extremely fast if you have it that high. You might get a very warm vape, almost hot. Maybe get a few, sprites burning your tongue or something, but I only use it that high if it's a very low resistance, and it takes a while for that coil to heat up. So for this one, I'm usually happy. We'll go down to 15 right there, and that's 3.9. That's basically having a freshly charged battery on there. No, I'm sorry, 4.1. It's click it 5 times, it locks. So you can't do anything, which is a really nice feature about that. Click it 5 more times right there, unlocks. Very cool. Let's go ahead and open up this back and show you the guts. Alright, so I went ahead and loose up the screws here. Just pull these out, set those to the side, take off your cap. There's what's underneath the cap, so you have to cut out for the chip itself and the battery. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Does have a oh, by the way, this is from Cloupor. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but it does have the red plastic, transparent red plastic. It's glued in, but you can see all the wires and everything for your DNA chip that is in there. These are little stickers that the tamper-proof stickers, I guess you would call them. So if something does happen, and you turn it back in, they'll know that it hasn't been tampered with. I'm using a Sony VTC4 in here. Here's the battery compartment. Positive right here, side up, goes right in there. Remember, positive red, black negative, just like in a car. What's nice about these is it's snug. I mean, it's in there. That's nice, and you can actually carry this around if you want to without the back, which I wouldn't suggest. But what else I can go over? Charging port. This is the charging port for the micro USB. Just simply turn it up like this, put that bad boy in there, and it starts charging. Battery indicator over here to the far left. I'm going to let this, actually I'll get right back to that. I'm going to show you somewhat of a feature on here that you can't see unless the lights are off. But so lock mode, it's 5 clicks, puts it in lock mode. You also have a stealth mode, and basically when it's locked, so we lock it. In stealth mode, you lock it, you press the fire button and the down button simultaneously, which means at the same time, for 5 seconds. It goes to normal, which is you're already in, and then stealth. Right there. Alright, now we're in stealth mode. And basically what stealth mode does is it's off here. So when you go to click it, get out of lock. Okay, now when you go to click it and you press the fire button, nothing shows up, but you still produce vapor. So it's not really going to save you a whole lot of battery life, but if you want to have that light off, if you're watching a movie or something, you know, whatever, blah blah blah, I'll leave it on. I don't care. So to get out of it, you click both again simultaneously. Lock. Make sure you click it 5 times. It says lock, and then both. Stealth, and then go back to normal. Normal. Then you can release. All right. So now the screen shows up, and as you can see, it's locked. So click it 5 times to get out of lock, and again we have production. Okay. So that is that's stealth mode. What's another cool feature about this is if you're a lefty or righty, because on the other side there is nothing, and there is a vent hole on the bottom for your battery. If it goes into critical failure, it can vent and not turn into a explosive device. But to go into left and right mode, once again you lock it 5 times. It locks. There you go. And you hold down the fire and the up button at the same time. See, this is right mode, which is we're currently in, and then left mode, and everything flips upside down, so you can actually have it on this side. Now you can read it from this side if you're lefty or righty. Me, it doesn't really matter. I hold it this way sometimes, and I press it with this finger, or sometimes I have it and I press it with my thumb. It doesn't matter. So whatever. We'll turn it back. So fire and up, left, right. There you go. Now you can see it went back to normal. All right, so that is the left and right mode. The next one is power lock mode. How are you gonna, if you have this thing in your pocket and you don't want to constantly adjust, you don't want it to constantly, oh, there we go. You don't want it to, while it's in your pocket, your keys or something is pressing these buttons and constantly adjusting it. You want to have it on a certain number because that produces the best vapor and best flavor. Then you can go into power lock mode. All right, so to get it in lock mode, power lock mode, you press the up and down button right here for 5 seconds. And it will tell you power lock. And if you try to adjust, it'll say hold up down. So that's your lock mode. To get it back out, you just press the up and the down 5 seconds. There you go. Now you have it back in normal mode. All right. A few things you're going to see on here with the, if your atomizer isn't on, let me take this off and try to click it. It's going to say check atomizer. Now, if you're not making a good connection with your atomizer, that could be an issue, but it will definitely let you know if something's not right with the device. So make sure you keep your eye on that whenever you're taking off, or I'm sorry, putting on atomizers. And a few other things that it does say is shorted. The atomizer or the wiring have short circuited. Maybe something's wrong in here, or maybe it's your atomizer. Maybe this is actually touching a component inside the wall or the deck somewhere that has made a short circuit. So again, check your screen on that one. Let's see. Never mind. I was going to try to find an atomizer that has a dual coil built into it, but unfortunately I don't have one. What will happen is when you put dual coils, your resistance tends to go down. And what will happen if your resistance is below 0.3 and you hold that fire button down too long, it's creating so much heat from that battery in the circuit board that trying to create the coil to light, you're going to burn up your circuit. So what it does, it has a self-protect, and whenever you have this down, it'll blink, the ohms will blink, letting you know that it is having trouble heating up that coil. So it will protect itself, and it will say too hot. Now what that means is the temperature sensor inside the circuit board is detecting that there's a lot of heat, so it will shut itself down, which is very nice. So you don't need to go under 0.3 ohms on these things. I find that right at 1 ohm, 1.1, 1.0, 1.7, I mean those are fine ohms to be at. So again, like that's really about it. I'm going to cut off the lights, let you see what I'm talking about. Whenever you charge this thing up, around the perimeter of this cutout will be a red light to let you know that it is charging. Whenever the battery is fully charged, that light will turn green. So let me cut off the lights and I'll show you that. Alright, here it is in the dark. You can see on the screen that there is a red light back there. Whenever it is plugged in, you can see that light. My camera's kind of crappy, but even with the lights on, you should be able to see that. So that lets you know that the battery's charging, and when it's charged, it turns green. So click the button, there you go. Alright, so one thing I did forget to mention, that when you have this plugged in, it does bypass the battery, and you can just use it while it's being charged, which is also great. So, as you can tell, I'll give you the, there you go. And I think that's really about it. That's really about it. It's got a slight recess here to make it look more flush. There you go. Alright, let's zoom back out and vape on it. Alright, so here we are. Go ahead and take a vape, see how she performs. Wow, nice. Nice, I'm at 19.7 watts right now, which is roughly 4.6 volts from that battery. So this thing's heating up pretty quick, and just in that little bit of time, it automatically sends out a vapor, which is very nice. And you can't go wrong with a Genesis style, you know, K-Funs, Russians, stuff like that. The taste is awesome. Yeah, very, very nice. Wow, very nice. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the review of the DNA30. Check out our website, thevaporalliance.com. Great deals, promotions. Maybe one day you'll find the DNA on there. Who knows? Take it easy.